All right, welcome to day 4 of your STAAR Blitz. All right, so we're going to go over the warm-up. Today is all about systems of equations. So this is your menu 3-2 calculator trick on your calculator, okay? So when I want to find a solution, I would use menu 3-2, okay? And this is in the calculator part. All right, so warm up on number 1. It says Joel paid $96 for 2 pairs of pants and 4 shirts. Doug paid $168 for 3 pairs of pants and 8 shirts. Which system of equation can be used to find the cost of each pair of pants and cost of each shirt? So what it's asking for is your 2 correct answers are, it's wanting to know what your equations are. So remember, with systems, and when I'm making equations, I'm going to make it based off of the totals. Okay, so I'm looking for my 2 totals. Okay, and so remember, when it's a system, I need 2 different equations and 2 different variables. Okay, so my first total is what Joel spent. Joel spent $96. And my second total is what Doug spent, which is $168. All right, so now we need to talk about what did they buy. Okay, well, it tells us that Joel spent $96 on 2 pairs of pants and 4 shirts. So let's make X pants and my shirts are going to be Y. Okay, all right, and that's what it says. It says a pair of pants is X and each cost of shirt is Y. Okay, so if he spent $96 on 2 pairs of pants, that's 2 times our pants, so 2X, plus our 4 shirts, so 4Y. And then Doug bought the same 2 things. He bought pants and shirts, but he bought 3 pairs of pants and 8 shirts. So now you just go through your answer choices and select which one it is. Okay, so I need it to equal 96, and we have 2X and 4Y. So that would be this one right here. And then Joel spent 168, so it needs to equal 168. But then he has 3X plus 8Y. So it would be this one. All right, so look how they try to make it tricky right here, okay? So just be careful. All right, number 2, a system of equation is graphed on the grid. Write the system of equation. So again, when it's saying to write the system, it wants you to give them the equations of the line. So what are the equations? Okay, so in order to know that, you need to know the y-intercept and you need to know the slope of these lines. Okay, so my purple line, purple, that I just highlighted, has a y-intercept of 2. Okay, so y equals, and then we have plus 2 as our y-intercept. But now we need to figure out the slope. Okay, so I just find another point. I rise 2, so 2. And I run 3. So the equation of the purple line is, it's blue. Purple is the 2 over 3x plus 2. My blue line has a y-intercept of -3. So minus 3 is what we're going to put in the equation. And then I'm going to figure out the slope. So it looks like it has a rise from 1, but I'm going to run to the left. So that's a -1 slope. So negative x. Okay. All right. So that is the equation of our blue line. All right. So that's the answer for this one. But if it were to ask what the solution is to this system, remember the solution is where the 2 lines cross. The 2 lines intersect. So in this case, it would be, I'm going to put it in red, this point right here. Okay. So that would be an ordered pair of -3, 0. Okay, but that's if it asks for the solution. It didn't really ask for it, but if it were to, it's where the two lines intersect. Number 3, it says, what is the value of y in the solution of the system of equations? Okay, so here you would just do menu 3, 2. Okay, and when you're in the calculator part of your calculator, so calculate, okay, you press menu 3, 2, you're going to have 2 different boxes pop up. Okay, in each box, you put the entire equation. Okay, all right, and then this is wanting the y value of your solution. Okay, so the y value is going to be the second number. Okay, so I'm going to figure out what the answer is to this by hand. So don't worry about what I'm doing right now, because I don't have a fancy dancy calculator with me to solve this. Okay, so then we have 4y negative 59 minus 9. Negative 68 divided by 4. Y equals negative 17. Okay, so your answer should be B here. But in your calculator, you're going to get an X and a Y value. Okay, you're going to choose that second value. Okay, because it's wanting the Y in the solution. So in this case, I solved it by hand, but you get negative 17. Okay, all right, so let's go over the notes. Okay, so again, all right, so systems of equations. So when you're graphing, okay, you're best to be in slope-intercept form, okay? If it's one solution, okay, the equations will have different slopes, and the point of intersection is that solution. Okay, in this case, it would be 1, negative 1. All right, if it's no solutions, the equations will have the same slope, so they'll be parallel. Okay, so another word for this is it's going to be 2 parallel lines. So if you have 2 parallel lines or something with the same slope, this is going to have no solution. And then infinitely many solutions is they have the same slope and the same y-intercept. So meaning they're the same line. Okay. All right. All right, so don't worry about substitution or elimination. In this case, you just use menu 3, 2. Okay, so when they give you 2 equations, you just use menu 3, 2. Okay, so like this. How would you solve, what method would you solve to use this? Well, we don't have to talk about the methods. This is menu 3, 2, and it gives you your solutions, okay? All right. All right, so setting up system. So from graphing, make sure that if it gives you a graph, just graph the lines, or it wants you to graph the lines. Make sure you're in y equals when you go to graph these lines, okay? From a table, you can use menu 413, our table trick, okay? So you get the equation for line M, get the equation for line N, and then if it wants you to find the solution, okay, then you can do menu 3, 2. So you will have a question like that on your assignment. It'll give you tables, okay? And we want to know the equation of that line. Well, remember how we find equations of a line from a table is we use lists and spreadsheets. And we do menu 413. Well, in this case, you're going to have to do it twice. You're going to do it once for line M, and then you're going to have to do twice for line N. Well, then it's going to ask you, hey, what's the solution to this system? Well, now that you have your equations, y equals 2x plus 12, and then y equals 1 over 4x minus 7, now you use menu 3, 2 to find your solution. Okay, so you only use menu 3, 2 if it wants you to find your solution. All right, and then we have verbal descriptions, so our word problems. Remember, this is based on your totals. So like this one right here, okay? So the Agnew family spent a day at the zoo. They bought a total of 8 tickets and spent $150. Okay, so 8 tickets were $150. So $150 is one of our totals, and then the amount of tickets we got is one of our totals. Okay. All right, so our two totals are 150. No, this is hard to see. So 150 and then 8. So this is dollars, this is tickets. So remember, we want to base our equation off of the totals. So 150 is going to have to stick with money. All right, so an adult ticket costs $22.50. So if we make adult the X value, so $22.50 was adult tickets. Okay, and remember, money sticks with money, so that's why the $22.50 goes with the $150. And a child ticket costs $12.50. So again, child will be Y's. All right. So then again, money sticks with money, so $12.50 times Y. Well, then now we're talking about tickets here. Well, what kind of tickets did we buy? We bought adult tickets and we bought student tickets. So that's just X plus Y. Okay, so money sticks with money, tickets stick with tickets, whatever it is. Pants stick with pants. If there's a total for pants, it's all based on the totals. Now, if both your totals are money, then it's just like, okay, what cost that money? That's what the pants and shirts one was in our warm-up, okay? These pair of pants and these shirts cost $150. These pants and these shirts cost $136, okay? All right, so this should help you on your assignment. Again, your probably most difficult one is this one right here, where you have to do list and spreadsheets first, and then you must do menu 3-2 when it asks for the solution. Okay, all right. Hope this helps. Bye, guys.